Hello and Assalamualaikum. My name is Siti Fatimah Zaharah binti MAR541.
My name is Muhammad Mahdi Jamil.
Today's title is about offshore drilling and oil spill. What is offshore drilling and oil spill? Offshore drilling uses huge fixed or floating platforms to extract oil and natural gas reserves from beneath the ocean. Offshore drilling is a mechanical process that involves drilling a wellbore beneath the seabed. It is usually done to look for and then extract petroleum that is hidden beneath the seabed in rock formation. The term is most commonly used to describe drilling activities on the continental shelf, but it can also refer to drilling in lakes and inshore waters and also in Lake Sea. Offshore drilling can cause oil spill. This can lead to other major problems like toxic pollution, which can cause risks to marine animals and also marine nature. Offshore drilling also have direct impact on the climate change due to the gas that are produced as byproduct of fossil fuel burning, which cause the greenhouse effect to increase, and the amount of harmful gases like carbon monoxide and other will increase, thus cause the world temperature to increase, and this will lead to climate change. Climate change can cause heavier rainfall and more intense storm. Oil spill can be caused from platform pipelines, tankers, and coastal facilities. In most cases, oil spill happen due to incidents which are caused by human mistake or equipment failure. Natural disaster also can cause oil spill. The oil spill can cause great problems to the environment and the economy. Not only the marine ecosystem will be affected, the human health will be affected too. One way to minimize the threat of offshore drilling and oil spill is by converting to renewable energy. Compared to fossil fuels, renewable energy is more environmentally friendly and leave almost none effect to environment, and in long term can help the environment to flourish even better. Among the renewable energy that we can use is the hydrogen gas, tidal energy, biomass energy, wind energy, geothermal power, wave energy, and lots more. Offshore drilling poses many problems and effects to the environment, as it can cause damage to the pristine environment, especially to the habitat of wildlife. This is because the drilling process will cause damage to the seabed and the marine ecosystem. In order for them to do oil exploration to discover the presence of oil, they will conduct seismic survey or air gun blasting. This is done in order to locate and estimate the size of an offshore oil reserve. During seismic survey, ship will use air gun array to hit high decibel explosive impulse in order to make the sea floor. The noise from the surveys can damage and sometimes kill the fish eggs and also larvae. Sometimes they can cause temporary or even permanent death to the adult and juvenile fish and also marine mammals. Without the ability to listen, the marine animals will face difficulty in locating their prey, navigation, avoiding predators, and communication. The seismic survey also will disrupt their migratory patterns, which force the marine life away from their suitable habitat for mating. During the process of drilling, they will produce 1,000 gallons of polluted water as byproduct of the drilling, known as drilling muds. This mud will contain harmful substances like benzene, zinc, arsenic, radioactive materials, and other contaminants used to lubricate drill bits and maintain pressure. Depending on the level of toxicity, some of this mud can be legally released back into the marine environment. In the drilling platform in the Gulf of Mexico, oil spills are an unavoidable part of offshore oil drilling. Each year, about 880,000 gallons of oil are sent to the ocean from North American offshore oil drilling platforms, and that's just during normal operations. Natural disaster can also prompt spills. When Hurricane Katrina wiped through the Gulf of Mexico, she destroyed over 100 platforms and caused the release of 8 million gallons of oil, the largest spill in the US since the Exxon's Valdez. BP Deepwater Horizon oil spill released approximately 200 million gallons of oil into the Gulf of Mexico, falling beaches and coastal wetlands from Louisiana to Florida, killing birds, fish, and marine mammals, and devastating the recreation and fishing-based coastal economies of the Gulf state. Oil spill can also take many years to clean up. The Gulf of Mexico ecosystem was still in crisis more than 3 years after the Deepwater Horizon disaster. Over the past 4.5 decades, the time for which we have data, oil spill from tankers decreased very substantially. The dataset by the International Tanker Owners Pollution Federation (ITOPF) covers more than 4 decades, over which time the incidence of large oil spill from tankers greatly decreased. While in 1970 century there were 24.5 large oil spill per year, in the 2010 century the average number of large oil spill decreased to 1.7 oil spills per year. Both large oil spill and medium size of oil spill are decreasing. Fossil fuel is one of the most important energy discoveries for the 20th century, and in the year 2021, it's still one of the most important energy that is used for transportation and other mechanical equipment. Even though there is a lot of renewable energy that are found, but there is still a long way before those energy can be used efficiently before we can stop from using fossil fuels. In order to minimize the side effect of offshore drilling, instead of using the conventional method of seismic survey, we can change into using hydrographic survey. Hydrographic survey is the science of measurement and description of features which affect maritime navigation, maritime construction, rigging, offshore oil exploration, and offshore oil drilling and related activities.
How can this data be represented on computer? The data that we get from the hydrographic survey, we can present them in the form of 3D image. From then, we can easily mark any place that have potential for drilling. And then, from there, we also can identify any hazardous that can pose threat to the pipeline. And from there, we also can prevent from any incident that we don't want to occur to the pipeline. The use of the data can also solve in helping us solving the problem. For the hydrography, the data that we get based on the depth on the seabed, and we can see from the obstacle that present on the seabed, and from there we can plan a route so that the pipeline will avoid those hazardous, and from then on we can secure a safe route for the pipeline. For the competition and for competition data, we can help people to process data and information so that they can gain insight knowledge and know about the problem. So from the 3D map that we have consulted earlier, the people that involved on the planning of the navigation can make a better route for the pipeline, and then we can make a platform that are safe and sturdy based on the location of the seabed. Also, from the model and simulation of the 3D image, the people can understand the feature and the structure of the seabed more prominently. And also, from the 3D image, they can easily observe any important notes that are present on the seabed that usually will be disregarded in novel hydrographic survey. Also, from the 3D image, we can see the scale of the problem that we possess. For example, if the structure of the seabed is not proper for our pipeline, we can plan another route which have a better seabed structure, and we can avoid any obstacle such as a mountain or rock that can make the pipeline hard to be built on. And in the future, we can prevent from those structures fall onto the pipeline, which will cause oil spill. And other than that, the solution for our problem is we can change to renewable energy and use a method that are more environmental friendly. So that's all. Thank you.